Yes. Finally leveled the playing field. Never trust your sus. We define what's real. Shuffle shit, took losses. You know the deal. It was never an option. Let me submit. It was never an option. Skip a bit.
Welcome back, people. This is Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. I'm your boy, Mr. Prez, and with me always.
Yeah, you know me. It's your boy Kash, a.k.a. Exec P, one half of the DSC, episode 178. We back, man. Week 2, NFL. A lot of good music drop, man. I'm ready to pod, man. What's going on, Prez?
Man, as you can see, things done changed around here. We've been doing this for a while now. Found out, hey, some of this equipment got to start filling on. So right before the pod, people, I found out my ring light is done. I got to go get another one. So, if you're watching this on video, you'll see a very dark Prez in this room over here. So we're going to get that fixed.
Ain't nothing wrong with dark. Ain't nothing wrong with dark for the record.
No.
Black is beautiful. Just not so black that we can't see it. On video.
Cash, for the new people, who ain't never heard of us, don't know what we do, can you please enlighten them?
Absolutely. We are Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast, a podcast about music, sports, entertainment, culture. Each and every week, we catch us at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when our audio drops. When our video drops, stick around to our social media and we'll let you know. You know, we are a two-man band here. So we are working with just the four hands that we have. So we'll drop more videos. We're just kind of developing a plan to roll things out in a timely manner. So we're reshuffling the deck, but we do video podcasts as well. So you guys can guarantee, though, that 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time audio. So, tell a friend to tell a friend. Barbershop banter at its finest. We don't use statistics or anything like that unless we're trying to prove one another wrong. But that's what you can expect. That's what you can expect each and every week. And just a fun time talking about the same normal shit that you guys talk about with music and sports, but with our own unique twist on it. So y'all subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. I'll say it 15 times throughout this podcast. So, but yeah, thanks for sticking around. If y'all back, for the 178th time or however many episodes you've been around, we truly, truly, truly appreciate you guys' listenership.
Hey, to all our Patreon listeners, supporters, I mean, we really do appreciate y'all. If some of y'all other ones want to sign up, hey, Cash, where can they go to?
It's DSC _podcast / what is it, Prez? Tell me, come on. I'm giving it for you on the spot. No, I'm playing. All right, patreon.com / DSC _podcast. That's where you can find us as far as our extra material and things of that nature. And we'll put out way more material, which is, like I said, we're reshuffling the deck, Prez is in the middle of a move. I just moved in and got settled in. So now we have the time to give you the extra content that you guys deserve. So we're going to start rolling that out very, very shortly. My man Prez closes on the house.
I want to give a shout out to the foundation, man. He's been hitting us up and, he's trying to get some things aligned for us so we can get the inside smoother. So really do appreciate everything that he's doing to help out. So with all that said, Cash, this is episode what?
178, brother. 178, man.
178. We got a ton of them out there, a ton of bonus episodes out there. I'm going to say we got well over 200 episodes out there for you to enjoy. For those who've been messing with us for a while, hey, tell us what you thought of last week's episode with the NFL focus, that we went NFL only on that episode. And I thought it was pretty good. We're not going to do that every time. We're going to talk about music, sports, and culture. Well, that's usually how we kind of split it up. But we was excited for the NFL season. You know what I mean? The Cash is officially back in the States. It's the first time being able to catch all the games on the TV at regular time in a long time. We were super excited. Our fans.
Yeah. Plus, no good music came out that time, so I think that was strategic too. I'm pretty sure all of the artists was like, let me let the NFL live this weekend. You know what I mean? So good time all around.
Yeah. All right, where you want to start then, Cash? Do you want to go over the NFL stuff and get it out the way, or since we skipped music last time, let's get straight into music?
Hey, they gonna get these segments, man. So it don't matter what we start with. Let's start with NFL, man. Let's stay with the NFL, man, and keep that going, man, because
I shouldn't have gave you a choice.
I don't want to talk you know. I want to start with a game that was played by, are they the Las Vegas Raiders, right?
Yeah, Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay. How much? You know what? I'll let you get into who they were playing. Your thoughts on the
Kyler
game.
Murray.
Yeah, Kyler Murray, the guy that can't read defenses, apparently got it in his contract that he has to
Hey,
study a certain amount of
you got to
time.
study.
The amount of disrespect on the Oklahoma Sooner was through the roof this offseason. I seen it everywhere. You know, I'm a former Oklahoma Sooner fan. I'm a fair weather college fan for y'all that don't know. But I did follow this man while he was in college, and I think he got some game. He just, ran across a rough patch, but not last week. Not last week. Prez, I'll let you take it away, man. I'll let you take it away.
Man, as he was saying, I would go ahead and, keep sprinkling the accolades. That man is an athlete. He is an athlete. I don't know if he can be playing quarterback, but you put that ball in his hand, he can make magic things happen, man. Like that's when he don't need to read defenses if he's doing the things that he was doing at the end of this game. So let's talk about it. Raiders started off a great first half, man. We was moving the ball. We racked up 20 points in the first half. Oh, it was amazing. I was like, oh, man, this is going to be great. We finally going to do it. I'm going to finally see our Raiders, just run up the numbers and actually put up points like these other teams, But usually we got to say last year it was 28-35 is what we had to put up to kind of win games. So I knew that number is what we wanted to hit, but I was well on our way to actually hit that at halftime. 20-3. They couldn't do anything. We was getting picks. We was getting sacks. Maybe we get a fumble here and there afterwards. Everybody on defensive side, you had Max Rogers get a sack. You had Meek Robinson get an interception. You had everybody looking good on the offensive side. Devontae Adams only got 2 passes his way, but that was all good because everybody else was eating and everything. And then on the plays that he had, they was good moving the ball type plays. So everything was looking all on the up and up. Cash, and then everybody took a break. And I think the Raiders are still taking a damn break, bro. Like, they ain't do shit that second half, bro. They came out and got, man, Kyler Murray just did his thing, took his time. They had the ball majority of the time. It went to a lot of fourth downs. Remember, it was 20-3. So, they didn't do a die mode at this point. It was a couple third downs, I think, where they may have let it go. But most of the time, if they ain't get on third and it was on the right side of the field, guess what? They trying to keep it moved. They need as many points as they can get. So with all that said and everything that was going on, it was just make it up as you go. And that's something that you don't need to read defenses on. That's something that you don't need to do. If all you're going to do is scramble, and every time he scrambled and got a big chunk of yards, you can see his confidence growing and growing. Like, they can't stop me. They can't stop me. They started doing a bunch of RPOs, man, and options and stuff out here. And we couldn't stop a simple option. It was crazy, man. It was crazy to watch this debacle happen right in front of your face. It got down to fourth quarter. We had a 4th and 4. Refs did like they always do on the Raiders, so it's not even much point to complain here. We're going to get a bad call here and there, and they gave us a bad call, holding in, and that turned a 4th and 4 into a first down where they get another 4 chances on there, and then see it like about the play or two afterwards. Kyler Murray, no lie, you go back and watch this game. You only watch one highlight. This man ran around for 20 damn seconds in the backfield. He practically ran around. It was a lineman and a defensive end. They couldn't stop him.
Prez, this looked like college. It looked like college, bro.
He let him catch their breath, and he said, "Let's go again," and took off and went into the end zone. And from that point, it was a wrap. He was like, "Oh, I got
deflated."
Him.
Yeah, they was deflated. They was deflated at that point. My one question for you, Prez, is blame. Where's the blame? Where do you start? Rank blame. 1, 2, 3.
Coach. Top of the list. As we started off high, it was no reason to blow that lead. You find a way to, keep the ball out of their hand as much as possible. We had too many 3 and outs in the second half where, like, why we ain't running the ball? Why are we trying to keep passing and stuff like this? I know we need more points, but our run game was working in the first half. Like it was no sign, and we still ahead. We was up ahead all the way until like the last minute or so. So the why they abandoned it and trying to just go to a pass, it made no sense. So he gets top blame. Next top of the blame would be Derek Carr. Okay, he want to throw the ball. All right, quarterback that's supposed to be working to be one of the top quarterbacks. All you need is weapons. Well, you got weapons galore. We got 4 Pro Bowlers that you can throw to. Somebody gonna get the ball and go. Couldn't get it to him. Couldn't figure it out. I don't know if that was play calling. Good. I already gave Coach the blame. Guess what? You next up on the list. Make that shit happen. If Kyler Murray can run around for 30 minutes, you better learn how to do that shit too. That's the new NFL. It ain't this pocket presence stuff. If you need 4 yards, take your ass up there and run up there and get it. Do everything you can. They always say put everything on the line. You get paid a ton of money. I know. And I ain't gonna say what to do with your body and everything, but you got so much guaranteed already. Hell, I would have signed up for the military, ready to die over here for over $6,000, bro. Like, so you ain't gonna pay me. If you get in $1 million, you can't go risk a little injury or something over here. Go win the damn game. We've been sorry for too damn long. You know what I mean? So that goes next on the line. After that, I would say defensive. You know what I mean? It would be the defensive coach. You know, because yeah, your people was out there for that long, but you gotta talk them up. They gotta get a stop. You know what I mean? So not as much on the defense, because 50-something plays, you're gonna get gas, and you got Mighty Mouse sitting on the other side. The dude just full of energy. He throw his best plays outside of the pocket, so you scared to rush in on him because he could do even more damage at that time. So that was a tough task to do. You didn't do it though. You had a week and a half to come up with this team. Should do better. Do better.
You know, there's one person that you failed to leave out, man. There was a guy that had a really good interview that motivated you for the year. First time his folks had seen him play, grandparents that is. You either blame his grandparents or the player. I don't know where you want to go with this blame, Prez, but star wide receiver Adams, Renfro with the fumble at the end. I mean, Renfro got the fumble, man. I mean, he gave the ball up.
No. So we done joked about Renfro for years and years. You know, everybody joked like, Renfro? You talking about the I think on the Pivot podcast, they called him some type of shoe salesman or something like this. And you get what they meant now. Somebody really pop a hit on him. Guess what? That ball coming up, bro. You look like he's 180-something pounds. You got 250 pounds just laying the ball dead on that ball, laying the hit dead on the ball. The perfect, it popped out. Derek Carr put him in that position though. You know, he can throw the ball elsewhere, you know, especially after he just fumbled on something like this. You know, you kind of jarred a little bit. Yeah, you got to win the game, but hit one of these other targets over here. Hit Devontae Adams. Devontae said he's always open. Throw him open. Couple passes that Carr missed. He missed it to Waller up high. He missed it to Devontae again. Devontae did get a pass here and there, and I think he did great with a couple passes that he got, but Carr didn't throw to him. So Devontae gets a slight pass because he had 150-something yards last game. In this game, you say you're not going to – you throw him 7 times. A couple of those passes were your fault. One was thrown behind him. One was thrown in front of him. That go 2 right there. So he caught 2. Other 3 would say it was just miscommunication and stuff up in there. But, I mean, when the ball was there and placed in the right place, he made shit happen, bro. So.
Fair enough. I'll take it off y'all. I take the heat off you. You know, you took your loss like a man. You explained it like a man. But you know, your team isn't the only one to suffer this type of fate. You know, you had the Dolphins. They came back. You know, they came back. Ravens. I mean, 6 touchdowns by Tua. You called it in the beginning of the season, saying, "Hey, look for Tua's numbers to increase dramatically this year, and for him to finally get paid and show what he's made of." And so far, so good in these first 2 games as far as numbers. So the Dolphins came back. Mm-hmm. They beat the Ravens.
When
and
you
Lamar.
Got an athletic, when
Lamar
you got
had a great game too.
Speed, yeah. When you got an athletic speeder, though, wide receiver, I had already seen what that could do. We had Ruggs, you know what I mean? Ruggs in this situation away from him. Man, somebody posted that too, right after that Raiders loss. Like, y'all remember how week 2 was, and they're showing Ruggs just going deep, catch the ball, catch it over in Pittsburgh. That was a great game too. We ended up winning that last year. I mean, man. And then you see you see right before the game on Miami, like you're saying, and that go Tyreek Hill, and a good route runner, athletic, super athletic, he can get up and get the balls and stuff like this. When you got that, that's just
yeah, and then you guys
man,
are
it's
missing
too much.
that.
Like you got him and Waddle too. Yeah,
you're missing that, and yeah, Waddle had himself a game as well. Giants, same thing. Giants squeaked one out against the Panthers.
You was talking about Lamar though.
Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I said Lamar had a hell of a game. Hell of a game,
yeah,
man.
He passed Michael Vick. He got 11 games rushing over 100 yards. So he's the first quarterback to be like that, to do that. And then he's the first quarterback to throw a 75-yard pass and run for 75 yards in the same
game. And he's passing that ball this year. He's making some
single
throws.
Single run, not multiple runs.
Right.
Single run. 175-yard run, 175-yard pass. That's crazy.
Yeah, that boy is good. And you wonder why they center a whole offense around him. When you're that good, you just got to change your whole entire offense. I just don't care. That's what you do. Another team, Jets, Browns. Jets come from behind. So this is the trend this week, man, with a lot of just kind of going back to week one, how we were like, hey, a lot of players aren't playing in the preseason. They're still figuring out their way. We're still seeing what teams are ultimately going to be. But, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3. I named 4 here. And then, this wasn't a last-minute win, but the Thursday night game, Chiefs beating the Chargers. Chargers, they were going back and forth for most of the game, but Chargers looked to be in control for most of it. And, the tide turned late in the game where the Chargers ended up losing that game and the Chiefs pulled away. So, which brings to mind...
Chiefs won that game because the tackle went out, bro.
Right. But
if the right tackle goes out, it's trouble. And they took advantage of that situation. So that's a big piece. Look for that in any game. They say nobody has a good backup right tackle. Right. So if a right tackle goes down, it swings to the other team easily. And if they was neck and neck, yeah. So
Yep.
Just a bit of info for you.
Can I tap into the mind of Conspiracy Prez?
Yeah.
All right, man. Had about 5, 6 close ones, 4 of which we talked about a little bit as far as just, back-to-back weeks. These games are awfully close and somebody's coming back. Lay it on us, man. What are your thoughts with this happening, so early in the season and certain people owning DraftKings or stocks?
I wish somebody, this is one time that we should do stats, because I want to know the stats of when the last time this happened, this many close games and the game swing in this much in the last quarter. Calls, it was some little errant calls here and there, that can kind of aid them. The players still play though, right? That's what we look at. But it's funny when you have all these big swings and games and the NFL was so structured and these things happen, you're kind of guaranteed to win. How many 20-plus point games we're going to see with comeback at the same time the NFL is in bed with the sports book? So you got a big one that went on with the Jets and the Cleveland Browns, you know what I mean? I think they was +1 or something like that. And guess what? They ended up losing by 1 at the end, and it was like in the last 13 minutes, that's when they scored 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? So that shit is just crazy.
Falcons too. The Falcons almost came back.
Yeah, they covered, and then because I think that was +10. And the reason we know these pluses and minuses and all this stuff, if you go back 10 years ago, you ain't hear me talking like this. But hey, it's up in front on every sports show now. They so in bed with these sports books. Like it's up straight up right there in front of you. So that's kind of how I know these numbers and everything that's going up there. So and then you had the Dallas Cowboys end up beating Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals, who was in the Super Bowl last year, and now Dallas is down wide receivers. They're down their quarterback, and you tell me the backup quarterback is good enough to beat the Super Bowl contender, and you tell me, oh, they're having a rough time figuring it all out. Nah, bro, I'm not buying it. I'm really ain't. I really ain't. So I'm watching that game, and I'm like, what the hell is this shit, bro? Like this ain't real, man. This stuff, I don't like to think stuff is rigged, but like I said, that's too much coincidence 1 week for me. I'm just like, and the way those numbers swung and how it helped out and made people just like, oh, I was almost there on this victory, and it wasn't. So,
hey man, after watching that Tom Donahue,
3 games.
Was it Tom Donahue, the NBA rep? It was Tom Donahue, right? The NBA ref.
Tom Donahue.
Yeah, after watching that documentary on Netflix,
or maybe
man.
Tim Donahue.
Tim Donahue, yeah. After watching that Netflix documentary, man, I used to laugh at your conspiracy theories, man, but not anymore, man. I'm looking a little bit more skeptical, man. But nevertheless, watching with a kid's heart, man, it was a fun weekend. My team was off for the weekend. They're playing right now, so trying not to look at the score. But hey, we just scored. Hey, Hurts just ran it up the middle for 3 yards, so we up 7-0. So as I will not be talking about the Eagles this week, but I may may pop up.
Go back and look at that 4th and 4 that the Arizona had on the Raiders, and they got that call for. It was on the opposite side where he threw the ball. He was outside of the pocket, and they called defensive holding.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look at it.
And that's what let them get a whole new fresh 4 down to score.
Okay. There was another point in that game too, Prez, and I can't remember what point it is. And I meant to write it down to tell you, but there was another call that y'all got that y'all wasn't supposed to get. I forget what call it was, man. So I got a call. Once I look at that 4th down game, I'm gonna watch this game in total. But once I look at it, because you be screaming y'all don't get calls, and the NFL don't love the Raiders, but y'all was getting some calls early in that game, man. But y'all just got to capitalize, man.
But watch it. We're gonna come back around, man. It may not be this year, but I guarantee within next year they'll have everything right. Because hey, it's a new franchise in a new area, and if we end up losing too much, that loses a big fan base that they want to tap in, especially where it's located at, and want everybody to go to these games. So they're gonna have to swing it back so we can start winning. If my conspiracies hold true, so we'll see how all that goes.
All right, man. Any other games you want to talk about of note that you want to tap into that's worth talking about before we get into some music?
Yeah. Brady, well, all of Florida flat out won. That is crazy in itself, too. So you had the Dolphins come back with their comeback victory. You had Jacksonville Jaguars shut out. And then you had Tampa Bay.
Shout out to Dougie P.
Finally go up there and get a win over Winston and
Commanders.
The first time. Huh?
No, I said the Commanders. I was saying the Commanders. I'm trying to get used to saying that and not the,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah. First time the Bucs beat the Saints and since Tom Brady's been there. So that was a nice little see them overcome that finally and everything. So, but it was still a close little fight for him. So, and then Mike Evans is suspended. He's suspended 1 game now for his dirty hit on Lattimore. So,
man,
him and Lattimore get into it every. They get into it all the time.
He suspended 1. Come on, man! Damn it, man! I blame this shit on you, Prez. I blame this shit on you. Oh, pick up Mike Evans. Now I'm down Mike Evans. I'm down D-Hop. All my gambles are not working out. Kiddos ain't play a game for me. Listen, man, this shit ain't working out, man. This shit is not working out, man. I just got to break even to the playoffs. I just got to hit my stride in the playoffs. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. I'm losing big this weekend, so whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. So
one last little thing. I'm gonna applaud myself. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for this, Cash. I think I'm getting better at this, man. I'm not letting these Raiders losses and bother me too much. They had my hopes up this high. Like it was up there, bro. Like it was, and them, that first game and now this game, I'm just like, okay. They're going to have to show me now, bro. Like, until they actually end the playoffs, I ain't saying no playoffs. I ain't saying no win total. They got to prove it to me at this point. I'm one of the die-hard fans. Guys, I've been crazy about this, but I feel like I'm at peace. We've been sorry for so long.
Prez, everybody get tired of being sick and tired. Everybody get tired of being sick and tired, man. You know what I'm saying? Losses, it mounts up.
Talent. We looking like y'all dream team back in the day. We went and got all these pieces. We got
why you got to compare your team to my dream team?
We got 5 Pro Bowlers sitting on the offensive side, bro, and we can't score shit.
Like you can't outscore Arizona without D-Hop. God, nah. No D-Hop, no hobble.
No
JJ Watt.
Isabella.
No, did hobble JJ Watt come out?
JJ Watt played. He had one deflection, pass deflection.
Yeah, but he ain't who he once was. He ain't really playing at top tier level. So it's man. There was no reason for that except for just not having your foot on the gas and not being comfortable. They was giving Carr all the excuses during the telecast too, as far as he wasn't comfortable last week. Now he looks to be poised and a little bit more comfortable. It's going to take him time to figure out this offense. It's the X amount of offense he's been in this amount of years. They were shooting him a whole. They was giving him a whole lot of excuses for why it may be a slow start, but I know that's not what you guys expect as fans. So,
you see the video?
No.
One of the Raider fans slapped Kyler Murray.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they looking for him too, bro. They looking for him, man.
Yeah. He about to get banned for life. He ain't
gonna serve no time for smacking him. So it is what it is. They just gonna ban him.
Man, people are dumb, man. That's too bold too. We joke around and we say what we want to say about Kyler Murray, but I guarantee that dude's probably that's still top athlete. He probably hit him up. I don't know.
Yeah,
basketball players they kind of ruining that for people right now. They drop to get knocked out by the regular dude.
Right, or you get the shit beat out of you in real time because emotions running high. They just fresh off the field, off a win. You smack the shit out of somebody, man, and then next thing you know, why are you acting like that towards a fan? Well, shit, why? Why is a fan even putting themselves in that type of predicament, man? But I don't know if it didn't. Yeah. I don't know.
It kind of pissed me off when I saw it.
Yeah.
Because his teammates was around him. And I'm like, in basketball, that started the malice in the palace. How y'all just see your boy get slapped and nobody go just jump in and dive in? I ain't see
it from all that. Well, one angle, so I can't see. Yeah, I can't. I don't want no malice in the palace, man. No more. Nah, none of that. I'm cool. I'm good on that. All right, man. Any other games you want to get into before we move on to some of these albums?
Hell no. Fuck the NFL.
So yeah, people, 2 Monday night games as we are speaking about this. So you have the Titans. They are playing the hopeful Super Bowl favorite Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills are handling business at current time in this game. So we'll see what happens with that game. And the Philadelphia Eagles are playing at home against the Vikings. So we'll see what happens in that game. We may talk about it next week. We may not. But hey, it is what it is. We pod on Mondays, drop on Tuesdays. All right, next up, Prez. Next up.
Never seeking approval, goal shifting. For the fam, I do the heavy lifting. Never hated, false promises. I don't say shit just to really say shit. All that bro shit ain't nothing to play with. Fake love when dudes really be shading. Don't LOL, them real feelings.